Today on the show, we are here at Fat Collectibles in Anaheim, California to talk about toys, collectibles, and the owner of this place, Jason's going to give us his take on things. This is Nerdy Pop. What are you doing?
You think they'll notice?
Oh my gosh. All right, everybody, welcome to Nerdy Pop, the show. I am Matt Barnes. This is Rob Liefeld.
How you doing?
And today we are here at Fat Collectibles, where we have tons of collectibles, and that's going to be our topic today. We're talking about toys and collectibles.
Let's do it.
Because we love that stuff.
We can't, and our viewers can't get enough.
That's true. It's true. The owner of Fat Collectibles is going to join us today, and please welcome Jason Davis.
Jason! Here we go, buddy.
Take a seat, buddy.
All right. Hey, scooch on it.
Yeah.
Here, let's scoot you up a little.
Yeah.
All right. Because we're poorly.
Be part of us.
Jason, thanks for having us, man.
All right,
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you guys
all
for coming.
These people showed up.
So
I can't believe it. Thank you so
A lot
much.
of awesome people.
Yes.
You know,
That's to everybody that came down.
So cool. So cool. So Jason, this is like Rob's second home, I think. Right
It is.
He loves this place. He talks about it all the time.
Don't tell my kids.
Oh yeah. But I walked in here. I was just like, this is amazing. It's like a little corner of Comic-Con right here. How did you even get started in what drew you into this?
Well, my whole life I was a collector, like many of the people that are here. Mm-hmm. So, and I kind of just decided wanted to do something that I love. What better waking up in the morning, going to a place that has the things you love.
I would sleep here.
Yeah.
If I owned it.
You should open a little hotel, like a hotel
Right in the back. Absolutely. I thought about
over
that.
here.
Fat Collectibles sleepovers.
Yeah, that'd be pretty rad. So what is it about what is it about collectibles that you love so much? Like, where did that start? Was it when you were a kid or?
Everything. When I was a kid, I mean, I even started from baseball cards, comic books, like we were talking earlier, going down to 7-Eleven. Does everybody remember going to 7-Eleven and getting your comics?
Yeah, spinner rack.
The spinner rack.
Yeah.
And you'd look for the one that wasn't the beat up one.
Absolutely.
And
They're
they're all
hard
beat
to
up.
because they're all hanging over.
Yeah,
You remember?
yeah.
They're all the bends on the spine.
Yep.
But that's where it started, And then
Yeah.
we started playing some video games right next to it. Mortal Kombat next to the comic books, and it all started from there pretty much, and just evolved to toys. And who doesn't love toys?
Right.
You're never too old to
I
love
mean,
toys.
I am looking at these statues across
Yeah.
from us, and I mean the best collection of statues in the Southland. I mean, fantastic.
Seriously.
Now, I got a question. Have we been open 6 years here at this location?
Going on almost 7 years now.
7 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Jason, you've been through several cycles of the comic book wars, the
Yeah.
toy wars.
Yeah.
What comic books 2016? What's going on this summer? What was the big news?
Oh my God, the biggest thing, Rebirth.
DC Rebirth.
It was insane. I thought that after the New 52, I said, okay, the New 52, that was the biggest thing. There was lines outside the door. We sold every copy. I said, okay, nothing's going to beat New 52. Of course not, right?
Yeah.
I ordered so many comics. I ordered a lot. First day, we open on Wednesday. They're all sold out. Every single number one sold out.
Wow.
We're talking Batman, Aquaman.
Everything. So I said, okay, let me up my orders for the next time.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'm ordering double.
Okay.
I should have plenty left over. Same thing. I think it was 3 weeks in a row. We sold out of every single thing. And it's the biggest thing right now. The good thing about it, I think it's the material too. I mean, it's not just, hey, it's a number one. It's a good read.
Yeah.
And it's keeping people in it.
How many DC? It was launched with what was the one shot called? Was it just called?
It was just
Rebirth.
Rebirth. It was just Rebirth.
How many printings has that
Oh
gone
my
to?
God.
Is it like 5, 6?
I think even more than that now. 6, 7. I think
Yeah.
it might even been the 8th. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember on the last.
And
order
that
I
was
did,
like
but-
Jeff Johns' swan song.
Yeah.
Because I remember I called Jeff and I said how great a job he did.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's it for me, man. I'm doing movies now." Like that was it was like his
Yeah.
love letter. Like,
Yeah.
and it honestly, it's like it saved DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It saved DC Comics.
Yeah.
And
It's a
good
so,
way to go
so
out.
how has Marvel been doing?
Marvel's been great. Marvel's always good. Right now they know when to market their product, and right now they're kind of stepping back a little bit because they see it's DC's time. You don't want to kind of jump in and throw your number one books out because then it's
Okay.
then you got to spread the money out. So I mean, Marvel's
And as a
always great.
retailer, it's good for you.
Oh, it's perfect. This is what we want, obviously, is we want it to continue throughout the year, not just, hey, these 3 months, everything comes out, and then the rest of the year, it's kind of slow.
Best-selling DC comic is
Oh, Batman.
Batman.
Absolutely.
Oh, Batman.
Is that a consistent?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
always has been. It's the best.
And best-selling Marvel.
Whew. Marvel's really tough. I think it has to be, not just saying it because you're here.
Of course you're saying it.
You better say
Of course
These
you're
are
saying
highest
it.
numbers. I mean, Deadpool, like I told you earlier.
What?
You
Deadpool?
know,
What?
It is. I mean, who doesn't love Deadpool?
People,
you know, who doesn't love Deadpool?
Here's the deal. I came here tonight and I thought lazily that I could buy one of the Deadpool figures that I saw here a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, Jason, where's your Deadpools? And you're like, Rob, I still have them. I'm like, crap. So I know you told me already. Like you're selling well on that stuff.
We've sold 1,200 of those total Marvel Select Deadpools since the beginning.
Well, what?
1,200 of them. We ordered them
1,200
at a time. Yeah, absolutely.
Holy shnikes.
That is probably my number one.
I need to check my
best-selling toy of all
statements.
time.
Okay. That's a lot of Deadpools. No, but seriously, so Avengers, X-Men, all.
You know, all those are real consistent. They're always good. You know, obviously, Deadpool is just such a big name right now. It's always been big, but now it's become so much more mainstream.
Yeah.
That everybody else knows about it and like, hey, he's cool. You know?
Let me ask you this on the flip side. DC Comics, Suicide Squad, been number one for 3 weeks. Now, this is what everyone always wants to know. Well, if the movie's doing good, is the comic doing good? Have people been coming in?
Absolutely. It always has done good. You know, like you said, Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn's huge, and you know what? That was a big thing when I was watching it too. I go, she better be good because she is, you know,
She's
one of the
spectacular.
hottest characters right now. So, which obviously made her hotter, and she was perfect. I thought she was great.
Yeah, she was great.
You know, when the movie was slowing down a couple times, you're like, oh God, and all of a sudden she'll do something awesome. You're like, okay, and it lifts you back up.
That's what I thought.
So,
her energy carried the whole
yeah,
movie.
absolutely.
She is like the money of the entire franchise.
Yeah.
Like I keep going, why haven't they announced Harley Quinn the movie? Like I know
Right.
they had like some
Soon.
rumors.
Yeah.
Soon.
But
I'm
think
sure they
that's
will.
coming?
I'm sure they will.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you can't. It's too obvious. It'd be a big miss to not do that. Now, I look around. I notice. I mean, you've got all the new comics. You've got tons of Bat comics. You've got new toys and old toys. You've got all.
Yeah.
What do people most come in here for?
You know, it's a little bit of everything we do, and that's why we try to do a little bit of everything here because there's always. Everybody has a different taste and stuff. But one of the bigger things, and I think I was showing a little bit earlier, is the Funko brand.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, blind packs.
All the
Because
pops
that's something for everybody. You know, when somebody comes in and they're kind of new to this industry, like, hey, what can I go home with?
Right.
You know, and they find those little blind packs, they're $7, $6, and it's, you know, they get them hooked as we were talking. You know, you open up, you're like, this is not what I wanted. Let me buy another one. And then they end up buying the whole box. You know?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Been there. Yeah.
But, you know, that's
are crazy.
yeah,
Pops.
it's
I can't
insane.
believe the success of Funko.
I keep thinking it's going to die, and it doesn't.
It does not die.
No, we were at Comic-Con, and the first day I went to the Funko Pop booth, and it's huge. I mean, as big as your whole wall here, stocked with stuff. I went back like a day and a half later, empty, nothing left, like not even a single one. I'm just like, this is a thing. I mean, it's not going anywhere.
I'm in my elevator coming down from my hotel, like probably Saturday morning for Comic-Con, and this lady and her family get on the hotel, not the hotel, on the elevator, and there's these two big dudes with their Funko shirts on. And she just accosted him. Or do you work at Funko? And the guy goes, I own Funko. And she goes, well, we're not getting served well. We waited in line and we didn't get anything. And literally, he just kind of let her yell, look, watch the floors. Then the doors open. He said, have a good day. He didn't care. He's like, you can yell at me all day long because I own Funko. Good day, ma'am. It was like the best, like okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'm like, you're the king of Funko. They're everything. And
Yeah,
like last week on Twitter, they said we sculpted an 11 from Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
It was actual Funko.
Yeah.
And they said, would you want this? And the entire internet broke.
Oh,
like,
God,
oh, could we order it now? Yeah, so that's great. That's great. Did they make the keychains too? And is that Funko?
Yeah, they make the keychains, the
they're
little
just-
mini ones,
yes,
the
that
pencils
stuff
we were
is
talking
killer.
about.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's a great brand.
What's to look forward to in the fall? If I'm a if I'm a comic fan and I'm coming to a comic store, what am I looking forward to?
A lot of Marvel. Marvel's going to start, starting the number ones again. That's going to be their big thing. You know, the number ones from DC are going to kind of start. You know, they're pretty much all coming out by then, and so it'll be the Marvel time.
Okay.
Which I think is going to be really good.
So all new Marvels.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Absolutely.
I've been called a Marvel homer, and I just might be. But every time I go to DC, it doesn't work out well. But I'm a huge fan. You know.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
like, Jason, where's your Legion of Superheroes?
Absolutely.
I'm a weirdo.
Let me ask you this: with the collectibles, and because you've got stuff here that's older and it's up in value, what makes for a good collectible? Like, what's coming out now that you'd be like, yep, that's gonna go up, or you know what I mean? What do you look for?
You know, if I say that, then I'd be a millionaire right now, right?
We want to make money.
Is it that
Come on.
arbitrary? Is it really about like what's gonna hit next, or you just really don't know?
You know
or
what?
Is it...
It's not. You know, and I tell this to everybody. A lot of people come and say, hey, you know, what can I buy that it's going to be worth a lot of money later on?
Right.
And I say the same thing. If I knew that, I'd be rich. I mean, yeah, there's certain things you kind of have a feel for, but you just got to collect because you like it. Mm-hmm. And then if in the future it's worth something, then it's a bonus.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ultimately. So just collect because you like the hobby.
So building on that, then you got to collect because you like it. Do you take them out of the box, or You leave them in the box.
I believe in taking them out of the box.
You do?
You know why? Because you have to enjoy it. You bought it for a reason, right? You bought it because you like it.
Yep.
You need to enjoy it and take it out. And hey, play with the toys if you want. Hey, there's no wrong with playing with your toys, right? But you got to enjoy them, And ultimately, a lot of people are like, no. There's people that I know that'll get them and they'll put them in boxes and stack their boxes, and then the whole entire garage is full of boxes. Then I walk in and I buy their collections, and 10 years later, and I go, well, how'd you enjoy this? It's literally in boxes. And ultimately, yes, it's worth a little more, but kind of defeats the purpose of buying it to begin with, right?
Totally. No, I absolutely agree. I feel like, if you really are passionate about this stuff, I mean, use it, enjoy it, enjoy it for what it is. And you may
I need two. If I'm going to play with one,
I know,
well, that's the other way.
I'm sorry. I want to have it in the package. And I'll tell you why. The packaging has gotten so nice.
Well, that's true.
They make them like museum pieces, and you're like, oh, the window's cut out. And it's not like the old days where it's like sealed against plastic. Hi, I'm Luke Skywalker. Now it's carefully it's hard to open them. I'm not going to lie. It's hard. I need two. And sometimes I can't get two, and it's sad. So, sorry, Jason. I agree. Look, and in another segment we're going to cover, I brought in a toy tonight that I won't say yet, and I hadn't opened it, and you're like, that's super expensive. And I'm like, it is? And you looked at one line to me, and I'm like, I'm never opening it now.
Now he's not opening it.
Yeah, but because again, I bought it because I loved it, but, and literally, I think I did open one of those, and the leg came off. So I got a bum version, but I'm keeping this one in the plastic now.
But that's what super glue's for, just pop that sucker back on. Nobody else will know, right? Just make sure to pose in the spot you want it though.
Me and super glue, my hand would be like this. What? It's bad.
All right, so one last question for you. If for people who are more newbies to it, they're coming into where do you start? Like, do you start with the Funko Pops? Do you start with what do you start with?
You know what? I always tell people just to take a walk around the shop. See, right away. Once you see something and you're like, wow, this is cool. You're automatically going to attract to something you like. And that's why we have so many different things. Just I tell people start going, look around. And then the people be like, hey, what sells the most? Okay, well, Pops does. If you want to look at the Pop section. But take a look at everything in the store because you'll see some of the stuff that you had when you were kids.
Yeah.
And one last quick thing. When we were collecting, we were kids, all of us, you would not believe how well sculpted the stuff is today.
Yeah.
Like action figures look like statues.
It's amazing.
And that's another reason you're like, but it's so pretty. But they're so detailed. I mean, you look at those Secret Wars figures from 1985, just one body for all of them. I'm Baron Zemo. I'm Captain America. I'm Spider-Man.
Hey, but how cool was it? Some of those where you squeeze the legs and the arms went up. Come on,
that's right. That's right. You got the kicking action.
Maybe you had a different. I didn't have that figure. I had bum figures, but anyway, Jason, your store is awesome.
It's so great.
Thank you so much for having us and having everybody tonight. We are packed in here.
It's awesome.
Thank you so much, and thanks for the knowledge you dropped.
Absolutely.
And if people want more information about Fat Collectibles, there's a website?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, and pretty much all social medias,
Two locations in the Southland.
Yep.
That's right.
2 locations. I feel like I'm doing a commercial.
Another one up in La Habra.
La Habra and Anaheim. Killer stores.
And it's Fat with a PH.
That's right.
That's right.
PHAT.
And it's not Fats, as Jason told me to stop calling it Fats Collectible. He goes, Rob, we're not Fats. It's Fat.
That's right.
So it took me about 3 years. Thanks,
right.
Jason. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming in. That is our show
Thanks, dude.
for tonight. Make sure you tune in tomorrow and follow us online at Nerdy Pop Show, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.
Woo! That was great. That was great.
That was perfect.
That was great. Thanks, dude.
Perfect.
Thank you.